just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ibuka. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Wants to throw on first down. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Snares it outside. It's Ibuka. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Got a man. It's Ibuka. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. In the red area, it's Henderson. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to end answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Caught over the middle. It's Morris. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Michigan!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Just one of those mistakes. It can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw, trying to get to it. He's got it, and he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ohio State! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Throws to the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Orji. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. He's going to pass. Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Offense gets set for second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Morris. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
The throw. Makes the grab in the open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle in the back corner of the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Fires to the end zone, and he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
They run the reverse. Bounced off his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll run play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Howard. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. They'll keep it on the ground. At midfield, he's got room. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Dialing up a second down pass play. They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Snagged in the middle. It's Ibuka. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll leave it with him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the sticks. It's Scott. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Michigan 21, Ohio State.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Wolverines are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make the play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Couldn't make the play on 1st down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to throw. It's Orji. Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down.
Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Unleashes one. Finds a man on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Number 8, catching score.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. To throw, it's Orji. It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as a two-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Slings it. Complete downfield. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He'll come out throwing on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this QB?